Hi, I'm back again with your weekly all-important African update, and it is episode 10. Welcome back to What's Happening Africa with me, Tanya. I'm so excited that we are on episode 10. I cannot believe this has been running for 10 weeks and I am not seeing an end anytime soon. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and send this channel to all your friends and family members. And also, don't forget to follow all of our other platforms, including Instagram and TikTok, where I'll give you shorter, quicker updates of what's happening in Africa every week. We're getting straight into it with an update from Niger following the update that I gave you last week. Following last week's coup that was announced last week on national television, the citizens ran to the streets, looting and aggression was across all over the country and the main capital. The coup continues to take place right now, but the embassies in Niger have decided to evacuate their nationals. Tensions in Niger rise as several embassies work to evacuate their nationals from the country. A French embassy was attacked by protesters, adding to the already escalating situation. Coup leader Jean Abdurrahmane Chiani has cautioned against any interference in the nation's internal affairs, vowing to ensure a peaceful transition to elections after removing President Mohamed Bazoum. The UK Foreign Minister praised the West African bloc ECOWAS for taking decisive action against the coup leaders. ECOWAS leaders have issued sanctions and given the junta a week to step down or face possible military consequences. Despite the warnings, the general complained about these sanctions, calling them illegal and unfair and unprecedented. Fortunately, the land and air borders of Niger have been recently opened after them being closed since last week. In the midst of the crisis, France has suspended cooperation with Niger in various fields, and embassies continue to evacuate foreign nationals from the unstable region. The situation remains tense, whilst regional and international actors continue to monitor this crisis that is ongoing in Niger. In Uganda, an unfortunate boat capsizing accident in Lake Victoria has killed 20 and a few are still missing. A tragic accident occurred on Lake Victoria in Uganda when an overloaded boat capsized, resulting in the death of at least 20 people on Wednesday. The boat, which was carrying 34 people along with bags of charcoal, fresh food, and fish, met the disaster due to overloading and bad weather. 9 people were fortunately rescued, but the rescue efforts continue during this time, led by local authorities. Uganda police issued an appeal to the public, urging them to always wear life jackets and avoid overloading vessels while traveling on waters. Boat accidents are not uncommon in these areas, especially in Lake Victoria. Accidents are often attributed to overcrowding, poor weather conditions, and the lack of life jackets and swimming skills among the passengers. The incident is an important yet harsh reminder of the importance of safety measures when traveling in these waterways. In Senegal news, the country has blocked TikTok access amidst the political tensions and unrest in the country. Senegal authorities have taken the measure of blocking access to the social media app TikTok as they intensify their clampdown on dissent following the recent dissolution of the main opposition party and the detention of its leader. The Minister of Communications and the Digital Economy, Moussa Bocar Taim, cited concerns about the app being used to spread hateful and subversive messages threatening the stability of the country. This move comes amid a power struggle between PASTEF party leader Ousmane Sonko and President Macky Sall, leading to violent demonstrations and tarnishing Senegal's reputation as the most stable democracy in West Africa. In response to the escalating unrest, the nation has already cut off internet and mobile data usage to the citizens from Monday. This was all being opposed by human rights activists and groups. The situation in Senegal reflects broader tensions and challenges in the region, where military coups have become increasingly prevalent over the last 3 years. The government's actions are bringing in scrutiny and are leading people to question the democracy of the nation and the freedom of self-expression of the citizens. The unrest in these regions and in Niger is highly concerning, and we hope that democracy is instilled back again in these nations. In sports news, South Africa women's soccer team has broken records and has had a historic win at the Women's World Cup. South Africa achieved a groundbreaking 3-2 victory against Italy in a Group G encounter, securing their first ever spot in the last 16 of the 2023 Women's World Cup. This historic win marks South Africa's maiden victory in Women's World Cup history, and it comes in only their second appearance in the tournament. The team's remarkable performance and resilience led them to join Sweden in qualifying for the knockout stage for Group G. Italy took an early lead with a penalty, but South Africa fought back fiercely, scoring through an own goal and Hilda Magai to take the lead. Although Italy equalized, South Africa stunned them with a 92nd minute winner, stealing their historic qualification. Emotional coach Desiree Ellis praised her team's warrior-like spirit, acknowledging their place in history for not only securing their first win, but also advancing to the round of 16. The triumph marks a proud moment for South African women's football history and all South Africans across the continent and around the world. Still in sports news, on a slightly more lighter but also concerning and hilarious note, a Somalian sprinter has led the country to be disqualified in the World University Athletics competition. Somalia's Athletics Federation faces suspension after embarrassing performance at the World University Games. Somalia's sports minister, Mohamed Bare Mohamed, issued an apology and ordered the suspension of the chairwoman of the National Track and Field Federation following a humiliating race at the World University Games in China. The 100-meter sprint saw 20-year-old Nasra Abako Ali, seemingly untrained, representing Somalia and finishing the race in over 20 seconds, almost twice as long as the winner's time. The slow and embarrassing performance was captured in a viral video, leading to ridicule and disbelief on social media and raising accusations of corruption and incompetence within the Somalia government. The sports minister stated no knowledge of knowing how she qualified or she managed to get that position in the first place, but investigation and also other rumors are proving that she may have gotten that position due to her relation to the sports minister. The poor showing of Nasra Abako, with her time being described as the slowest ever in the history of the 100-meter race, has brought attention and shame to Somalia on the international stage. We just hope that following this incident, more careful attention is paid to the athletes and anyone who goes to represent an African nation outside of our continent. And finally, Ghana honored the renowned Ama Ata Aidoo in a state funeral. In mid-July, Ghana held a state funeral of the celebrated Ghanaian writer Prof. Ama Ata Aidoo at the State House in Accra. The renowned author sadly passed away in the early hours of Wednesday, May 31st, leaving behind a lasting legacy in the literary world. I am one of those readers who had the privilege of reading and studying some of her work, and she is still one of my favorite African writers to this day. Born in the central region of Ghana, Prof. Ama Ata Aidoo gained international recognition for her novel Our Sister Killjoy and her play Anoa. Her literary prowess extended beyond fiction, encompassing poetry, drama, and essays, and her works explored diverse themes, including gender roles, African identity, and post-colonialism, resonating with readers across generations. Throughout her career, she has received several accolades in literary and in writing, and as a professor as well. Her work will live on generation after generation as we continue to read her work and experience the Ghana culture through her writing. On that note, I encourage you to maybe go and check out one or two of her books or even a short video describing one of her stories, as she is really an amazing writer and she continues to live through her work. This has been What's Happening Africa with Tanya, short, precise, and to the point for your convenience. Please do not forget to share, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so that you don't miss every time the video drops. Today is also the launch of What's Happening Africa with Tanya on LinkedIn. I decided to wait until I had gotten a voice, and I thought episode 10 is a good enough episode to launch it to my connections on LinkedIn. So please, if you get a chance, go and like that post and share it to all your other connections, because we know we all need a little bit of information when it comes to African history that is unbiased and solely spoken by an African writer and journalist herself. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Goodbye.